Here comes Mr. Nobody walking down the... Hello, everybody. So, I'd like to thank everybody who's watched and commented on the previous video where I talked about my distorted vocals on the 2488, and I got a lot of great suggestions. Turns out I figured out what I did wrong when I was doing a mix down. I went, oh, well, there we go. That's why. So let me explain. I got my camera out here. So on the 2488, I got it sitting here, you can see here the stereo button has a boost of 6 dB. So it boosts up 6. I'm not used to that. And I'll show you why. So if I switch over, we'll swing her this way. I got the DP32 sitting here. As you can see, the DP32, it's at 0. You can't go any higher. That's it. You're at 0 at this point. You're 0 dB. You can't boost it. You can only go that far. You can bring it down, can't bring it up. I'm not used to that. So what happened is, because I don't really think about it, I just pushed this all the way up and I didn't think about it. So what happened is I had boosted it up, and that's why it was distorting, because it was just too much for it. It was louder than I expected. So that's one thing I did. So now another thing I did was I put this on the Mellow Fellow Discord, and Yellow Jello, the guy who runs it and is also doing the Fall Song Challenge, he came back to, can you get a better guitar sound? He wasn't really a fan of it. So I plugged in my microphone I got over there into my 2488, and I recorded it down. I used a sound here. I'll show you. I set it to this Swamp Crunch over here. This thing right here. This is one of the settings which they offer you in the manual. And yeah, so I set it to that. I thought, well, that sounds kind of interesting. I could have done a classic rock if I wanted to, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do the Swamp Crunch just to have some fun with it. And it sounds pretty good, so I redid it with that. And then the other thing I did, and this is where people are going to hate me, out of frustration of trying to do a mix down on the 2488, I gave up. I exported all the files and I moved it over to the DP32. And the reason is it's just, I'm sorry to say, it is just so much easier to mix down on the DP32. There's, you know, I was able to clean up some areas in the song that I had mistakes in, like that I just like kagunk or something, and I cleaned it up with that. It's way nicer. I'm gonna finish the song on the DP32. It's got more mixed down. I looked at mixing down on the Tascam, and one, you need a CD, and I still haven't found a CD that works in this machine yet. Well, I found one, but it was already recorded on, so I couldn't use it. So I can't. That's one reason. The other reason is it doesn't have everything that I'm used to on the DP32. I know it's supposed to be a learning curve for me, but out of frustration, I switched. So, and yeah, so for me, the DP32 is just easier to use, and I love it. And so, yeah, so I'm working on that now. We're going to finish the song off, hopefully by next, who knows, maybe Halloween I'll have a video out with the song on it. We'll see. That's where I'm at. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.